Doctors have treated it for thousands of years when it's really severe, is they simply cut it out. You have a car crash, you injure a limb, we can amputate, we can cut it out.
Every year, organ transplants save thousands of lives. According to the National Kidney Foundation, 17% of kidney transplants fail within 3 years.
Currently, there are not enough organs to go around. In fact, in the last 10 years, the number of patients requiring an organ has doubled, while in the same time, the actual number of transplants has barely gone up.
Bioprinting. So bioprinting is the way that we can do this.
You'll need human cells, which can come from a biopsy from the patient, or you can use stem cells. Next, you'll need hydrogel. Hydrogel is essentially a network of polymer chains that are hydrophilic. This is where the cells are going to live. It's filled with nutrients, vitamins, proteins, and other important compounds that will allow the cells to sustain life. These hydrogels are highly absorbent as they are over 90% water. Hydrogels are preferred for tissue engineering because its flexibility is actually similar to natural tissue, and this is due to the fact that it's mostly made up of water. So when you mix this with human cells, the combination mimics 3D microenvironments of normal cells. And lastly, you need a bioprinter. So to review, you need human cells, you need hydrogel, and you need a bioprinter. First, either stem cells or cells from a biopsy are cultured in order for them to grow and multiply. Next, the cells are collected to make bioink, and they are loaded into the cartridge. A separate cartridge prints a layer of hydrogel, and this is where the bioink is deposited. The cells are layered on top of one another, and eventually the spheroids of bioink naturally fuse together. The printed tissue is left to grow, and the hydrogel is removed.
And with our 3D bioprinter, we've been able to create new microvascular networks that we can then grow new tissues in very key areas such as pancreas, liver, and kidney.
A few months ago, it was announced that Organovo produced a liver construct that can be maintained for over 40 days, and it can be used and now it's been validated by some pharmaceutical companies. And it secretes cholesterol. It synthesizes cholesterol, and it's the first time that an engineered liver can produce that. It produces albumin over 40 days, not much change, which is another signature of the tissue functioning properly. And the comparison between a two-dimensional and a three-dimensional tissue, in this case that being the three-dimensional tissue, is that in this particular case albumin production and synthesis is maintained, whereas in a two-dimensional tissue, after a few days it disappears.
I was facing basically a lifetime of dialysis, and I don't even like to think about what my life would be like if I was on that. So after the surgery, life got a lot better for me. I was able to do more things. I was able to wrestle in high school. I became the captain of the team, and that was great. I was able to be, the normal kid with my friends, and because they use my own cells to, build this bladder, it's gonna be with me. I got it for life, so I'm all set.